Speaking of dead fish, The Walking Dead. So you fucking hate The Walking Dead, right?
I do.
Okay. Let me tell you why I hate The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Or do you want to go first?
Nope. I want to go second.
Okay. So I used to like The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember when it kind of like, it was like I stopped caring, but like this season, I mean, the past couple seasons are like whatever, like I pretty much just watch them. Like I watch them because I feel like I'm obligated to watch them because I want to know how the story ends because next, which is really a fucking weird thing because it's like my life would be perfectly fine if I didn't watch it.
And what season are they on? Like 12?
They are in season 10.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It is a lot, yeah. So this season they like stopped. At some point they stopped. I don't know their filming how their filming schedule is related to the episodes airing. What I mean by that is like I don't know if all the episodes we've been seeing the past 4 or 5 weeks they were filmed 6 months or a year ago,
right,
or they film them and then like a week later they air them. I'm guessing that these were filmed like sometime last year during COVID. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that because every episode there's like 2 or 3 people in them. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's
just
like
focused on those characters for that.
So there's COVID restrictions,
mm-hmm,
so they can't do things where there's big groups,
right,
or they don't think they can, right? Or there's some kind of studio pressure, or who knows, whatever.
Yeah, 6 months ago.
And so it's just really, it's just this shit is boring as fuck. Like it's like, all right, these 2 guys and they're trying to get to a place, and then they try to. I might be completely imagining this, but it seems to me it's like they had to figure out how to write. All right, we got to do a show, but we can only have 2 actors interacting at once because of COVID testing. So we have to figure out how to write stories for and it's just it was already bad, but because of that, it makes it already way worse.
Did you write a letter to the producers or anything?
No, I didn't write a fucking letter to the producers.
Sometimes that helps.
No. So why do you hate The Walking Dead?
I can't watch scary things, and it's scary. So I had watched the first season. I did watch the first season like a bunch of years ago. And when I had watched it, the first season, everybody was like, whoa, this thing's cool. And I was like, this seems familiar. Like the whole show, everything that was happening, I'm like, this, I swear I've heard this story before. I've seen this before. Where have I seen this? And then it dawned on me, my brother had the graphic novel.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
it
was in my bathroom for like a long time, and I would peruse it when I was in there. And then all of a sudden I'm watching it in real life. So I watched the first season slightly reluctantly because I had read the graphic novel, or at least the first 2 or something like that. But I can't do scary things, especially zombies. Not at all. I have very stressful dreams. And when I watch scary things or I watch suspenseful things, like it just comes back in my dream and then I don't sleep well. So I have to.
Yeah, see, that sounds
terrifying. It is.
No, I think you need to get over your fear because that sounds amazing. Like you can just watch a scary thing and then you have that's like highly interactive. It's like
right, not in a good way.
I don't.
If I'm fighting the Joker, I'm fighting the Joker, Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and my only weapon, kid you not, ping pong paddle. And I'm fighting hard because like my kids are there and he's gonna get them. It's not fun. Nightmares are not fun.
I find nightmares exhilarating because then you wake up and like everything's great. As opposed to like when you have a really, really amazing dream. Like you have a dream where you could fucking fly or you're you're fucking Britney Spears,
Right.
or
Those are few and far between.
You won the lottery, right? And then you wake up and like you feel like somebody stole something from you, But so
I'll take a pass.
That's really interesting to me, though. So you can't do them because of.
I don't like to fuel the old brain here.
Okay, now can you push that aside, and can you give an opinion about like the first season of Walking Dead? It's good. I think it's objectively good, right? But can you form that opinion?
Like,
or
okay, so I mean, it's not like I can't watch anything or I can't listen or read anything that's scary. I just prefer not to indulge. And with that show, it just seemed to go on and on and on and on. And like I had read a book.
It does go on and on and on now.
It sounds like it.
But
and even then, it's like watching Lost and the fat guy's like fat the whole time. I can't. That just bothers me. So same with The Walking Dead, where it's like, what? This just can't keep going like
wow,
this.
how are you still? Oh, that's the thing about Walking Dead. There's fucking
endless zombies.
Here's what drove me nuts about. Here's what's always drove me nuts about The Walking Dead is they're supposed to be in like Georgia, right? Mm-hmm. In the South, Georgia, Virginia, whatever, and first off, there's so few black people. Number one. Second, there's none of them have Southern accents. Number
that would
three,
bother me. That would bother me.
They're always wearing fucking
long
they got
sleeves,
multiple layers,
yes.
long sleeves.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one, there's fucking fat people.
Right.
Now in the beginning, all right, there's fucking fat people. Sure, there's still a whole bunch of food and whatever. But now it's been like in the series, I think it's been like 15 years.
Right.
Since the fall, right?
Wouldn't they just like I would think in my mind they would just like have a city, like they'd make it like Old West and just put fucking barriers up to keep all the zombies out, and then you have people keep watching, then you just have your own little utopia. I mean, that would be the show. I don't know. Well,
and here's the thing. People with brains, right? Like us, human beings, non-zombified human beings are really easy to kill. We're super easy to kill, and we're easy to kill, and we can think and solve problems, right? So zombies can't even think. You just fucking, like, you just dig a pit. You just dig a pit, and they'd fall in the pit, and then you'd burn them, whatever.
That movie, Shaun of the Dead, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. I have watched that a couple times. It's got enough humor in it that I don't get too nervous, because I can't do suspenseful things anyway. I get way too nervous. But Shaun of the Dead has enough humor in it. It has a little bit of gore that I just look away. So that's the extent of the zombie that I will do right there. The rest of it is just terrifying. Did you ever see that movie The Road?
It's terrifying.
Did you ever see that movie The Road?
I don't.
With Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortenstein.
It was a book first by this guy named Cormac McCarthy. Anyway, interesting. Just a little tidbit. Interesting thing. I used to use my mom's library card years ago in Brighton because they have a real nice library. So I would just request books on her card sometimes. And so I had gone in there, and one of my brother's friends was talking about this book. So I went to go request it from the library and didn't tell my mom. My mom went and picked it up thinking she requested it, but she forgot what it was. And then she started reading it, and she was like, what is this book? Because it's not about zombies, but it's about like post-apocalyptical, and like there's like cannibalism in it. It's actually very devastating. The whole book is very devastating. And
I'm being devastated by this fucking story right now.
I know. Anyway, okay, side note, we just crack up thinking of, you don't know my mom. She's like this sweet, innocent lady who's like all goody two shoes. And she's reading this book about post-apocalyptic cannibalism or whatever.
Torture porn.
They made a movie about it called The Road.
With Viggo Mortensen.
Yes. And it was a great book. It was sick. It still haunts my nightmares. Still haunts me. So it's like I can't do anything else like that. I'm not into it.
I don't like horror movies, and I don't not like them because they're scary. I don't like them because they're trash in terms of storytelling and character development and plots, and like shit just doesn't make sense. And it's like the whole genre is based on either jump scares, right?
Yeah.
Which, it's like
or gore. I don't want to see gore.
What's what was that? And then the music fades down, and then you hear like tiny little,
right.
They tease you, and then all of a sudden something pops up, and then they blare like some kind of audible hit in the soundtrack, which it's really funny. You know it's coming, and you just turn down the volume, and then it's like it just happens, and it's not scary.
Yeah.
And that's when you know it's fucking what you're watching is trash.
Yeah.
It's just trash.
Well,
it's
what are the best?
cheap thrills?
What's the horror movie that's the greatest then? Because there's got to be some that
I don't know.
aren't
I don't
trash.
think any horror movies are good at all. To me, like Space Odyssey 2001, The Shining, those are fucking more terrifying than any horror movie that's ever been made.
I don't like either of them. I don't like horror movies. I can't do suspenseful anyway, so.
Yeah, so The Walking Dead. Fuck The Walking Dead. I mean,
I agree.
I'm still going to watch it. But I don't watch it, just to clarify, I download the torrents. I'm not, so they're not getting any of my fucking money.